Hey everybody, it's Kenny here, and I'm coming to you with a deck profile from my top 16 finish at the Midwest Edison Clash. First and foremost, huge shout out to Brandon and Nick for putting that together and having it run as smoothly as possible. Every judge, scorekeeper, everyone did a phenomenal job. It felt like you were going to a YCS or an old school Shonen Jump. It was I believe 170-ish people, and yeah, I was lucky enough to finish, I believe, eighth after Swiss. So I started off on a bit of a heater. I was 5-0, and then I finished the last 3 rounds 1-2. One of which was against my teammates, so I'm not too pressed about that. Actually, I guess 2 were against my teammates, now that I think about it. So I'm going to go right into this, and the first thing that a lot of people will notice is I'm playing the hero package here, and it is pretty short, as in I only have the 2 targets for Rhoda. It did come up in one game in the tournament where I opened Prisma and Rhoda. It would have been it's just not very good when you see that happen. So going forward, there will be changes. Keep in mind, please, I haven't played in an Edison tournament before this, and certainly I've not play tested, and that is pretty apparent from sideboard choices and other main deck choices, and that's okay. I'm very happy with my result for not having tested. It was essentially a big play test for me, and I know the changes that I want to go with going forward to play test with. So I'm going to go right into it. As mentioned, we have the hero package. Those of you that are unfamiliar with Prisma, it lets for very easy geysers plays with Test Tiger. We have the normal lineup of Glad Beasts. Of course, I only play the one quest. I have 2 Darius and only 1 Ready Airy. Going forward, this lineup will change, and you'll see that I have a list that I'm going to play test going forward. I do play the Secutor, and I also play an X-Saber Airbellum to get off of Rescue Cat. This came up one time. I didn't synchro with it, but I did Spirit Reaper a card out of somebody's hand, and that felt pretty good, honestly. I mean, of course, the Airbellum didn't make it. It was worth keeping the Glad Beast because I believe I had a War Chariot. But yeah, going forward, once again, some things will be cut and things will be added. We play the traditional triple book. I played 2 Proving Ground and realized very early on in round 1 that I should have just played 3. Then we have a Smashing Ground, which was a pretty great card all day. I'm very happy with the performance of Smashing. More traditional trap lineup here. Only the 1 Starlight Road. In the future, it will be 2. The triple trap stun, I think, is a necessity, especially with some people main decking Oppression. It just lets you get through not having, like, of course they could have Book of Moon or, so some other non-trap answer, but trap stun, I feel like, just lets for, the wackiness to get out of control. My side deck here, I really wasn't sure what to side. I'm wholly unfamiliar with the format. I know Blackwings and Vayu Turbo and Lightsworn, and I know all of the normal heavy hitters. So I really let my fundamentals carry me here. I feel like I have to stress that. I was very familiar with playing this. I played it back when Edison was the current format, and I had some success with Glad Beast back then. And so it felt recognizable, very familiar. The motions, even though it's been 15 years, it was like I just stepped right back. What do they say? I got back on the bicycle. I was like, you never forget how to ride a bicycle. I guess getting on the bicycle means something else. So that is why I played Glad Beast. So I'm going to go into the side here. We have the Sirokkos, and it was unfortunate when I played my teammate in round 7 that I had he's too good, first off. But if he would have just left a guy in attack position that was a Blackwing, I would have potentially had a game shot. But being the proven duelist that AJT is, he did not. So then we have the Cyber Dragons. These came in often against a lot of matches. Like, honestly, they should probably be main decked. Then we have the second Ready Area in the side. This came in nearly every match. So going forward, he will be in the main. We have a couple of Ancient Forests. This was pretty good in round 6. I played Jeremy, who ended up going 8-0. He did get me, but in game 2, I saw the power of Ancient Forest for the first time. Then we have a couple Dust Tornadoes. These came in nearly every match. Light Imprisoning Mirror was phenomenal. I only had the one of, and I drew it a couple of times against Lightsworn, and honestly, that's all it really took. Then we have the Triple Mask of Restrict. I only played Hero Frog once, which is unfortunate because I do like that matchup for this deck, but I didn't draw it the one time, and that one time happened to be in top 16. Congrats, Hector, for getting me in top 16. I believe he finished top 4, so very strong performance for him. We have a Shadow Mirror, and this one, I was looking for side deck cards, and I'm like, well, I'll just play one of each of the mirrors without thinking at all. First, Light Imprisoning Mirror is a non-bow with Prisma, and then Shadow Imprisoning Mirror is a non-bow with Geyserus. So there was a couple of missteps in my side deck. That's why I mentioned this as a goofy, untested deck. We have the second Starlight Road in the side, and it came in a fair amount. Not against every deck, but it did come in a fair amount. So this is the deck as it is. Overall, I like it. I think that this would be fine to play with. It's like, it plays fun cards. You get to play Airbellum. You get to do Prisma shenanigans. The side needs changed if you try to play this version of the deck. Please reconsider the side deck. Consider moving Ready Area in the main. Maybe even Dust Tornadoes in the main. Get rid of at least this mirror. If you're playing Prisma, you might want to get rid of this one too. But I really like Light Imprisoning Mirror. But this does need some answers for the Value Turbo deck. And obviously we have the Ready Aries. So Kaiku is a card that I'm strongly considering. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the deck that I'm going to start playtesting going forward. So it's wildly different. As you notice, immediately the hero package is gone. I added in a second Quest, third Laquari, and the second Ready Area. Secutor is cut. Okay, I added the third Proving Ground, 2 more Smashing Grounds, and as you see, we went from 42 cards to 45. I added 3. I didn't ever feel like I needed 40. I know that people, and I am one of these people, I play GOAT, I understand how important it is to play close to 40 or just 40, 41, like, maybe. With Gladiator Beast, it's a weird thing, right? Because they all tag out into each other, so you don't really have to, you just have to draw 1. And so when you have 11 GBs and 3 Proving Grounds, you have 14 chances to draw them. And, 14 over 45, when you draw 5 in your opening hand, you have a very strong chance of at least drawing 1. And that's really all you want, is just 1. and from there, you can build into multiple, even without a Secutor. So that is some of the big changes there. I did move the Dust Tornadoes into the main and the second Starlight Road. So the main gained some cards. It gained what I think will help the deck become more consistent. And the one card that might come back in is the Secutor, or Secutor. I like saying it Secutor because he's so cute. But I'm not 100% on it. It only came up one time. Granted, when I lost top 16, we had to do an additional match because there was a prize difference between 9 through 12 and 13 through 16. And Secutor came up in both games. And Secutor activated 3 total times in the match. So, yeah, maybe he is fine. It's just they can't have anything basically to interact. Or you have to hope they don't read you having a Wabaku if you tag into Secutor. Of course, the goal is to, Tiger into him and just attack into an open board. But life doesn't always happen how we want. The side deck is vastly different. I'm sure you can already tell. We are keeping the Cyber Dragons. Once again, this card's probably mainable. And it's a card that I'm going to consider just main decking in the future. I just wanted to put something together for you to see, this is what I'm thinking of now. Now that I've have 10 rounds of playtesting under my belt with it at I would say a very highly competitive tournament. Then we have the Triple DD Crow, because I do not want to lose, if I can help it, to Miracle Fusion again. Miracle Fusion, even though I feel like this deck handles Absolute Zero better than maybe every other deck, I think I can say that confidently, between the War Chariots and just in general, even this build, the low monster count. I feel like Absolute Zero isn't the biggest deal. He's still a big deal. But if I could help it, I don't want to have to, play. I'd rather just get rid of it. So I'm also thinking about Kaiku. Like I mentioned, Kaiku, I play a lot of GOAT format, and Kaiku is one of my favorite cards, if not my favorite card in all of GOAT format. So I want to see Kaiku showing up in Edison. That's another card that could probably be main decked. I don't think I would, because there's some matches where I don't really want it. Like, well, actually, it probably goes in against a lot of matches. A lot of people mess with the graveyards nowadays. So then we have the 3 Ancient Force for the Value Mirror. We keep the Light Mirrors, which these could turn into something else. This was another card for Value and Value. And then, of course, we keep the masks for the Frog match. Now that I'm not playing the Airbellum, the Synchros, actually, there should be a 3rd Herok in here and a 3rd Chimera Tech, just in case. Of course, it's really rare, going to be really rare to ever hit 3 Chimera Techs. You have to bank on your Cybers and theirs, or theirs and one of yours. But the important part are the Stardusts here, obviously after the GBs. So this is what I'm thinking of going forward. And yeah, I'm very happy with the result I had. I just wanted to put a deck profile out there explaining why the deck looks so wonky. And yeah, it's totally because I didn't play test at all. So don't do that in the future. You know, I knew the deck in and out. I was able to write it, you know, from memory immediately. But I think that's another important piece that people need to really make sure when you go up to an event, you know your deck, so you know your outs. It lets you make better informed decisions. So yeah, that's one thing I would suggest. Quick shout outs to Nathan and Bryce, my close buddies that we travel pretty much everywhere with. Team Swoop, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitive GOAT Edison retro format team I'm on. And we'll do one for Kevin Slapnick. He's one of the GOATs of Yu-Gi-Oh's past, and he told me that if I would have bought Ultimate Test Tigers, keep in mind I played all commons, but if I would have bought my Ultimate Test Tiger playset, I probably would have won the event, and it's really hard to argue, and we'll never know if that happened. But in all seriousness, good luck, Gladiator Beast players, and if you like this deck profile, you know, comment down below, tell me what you would change. If there's something glaring I'm missing, I might be missing a side deck card just because I don't know all of the Edison format cards. I read Sphere of Chaos for the first time yesterday. I didn't even know that was a card. So keep in mind, I'm easily able to be wrong, but I you know, lean on mechanics, fundamentals, and things you know. And I feel like if you do that, you will achieve an above 50% win rate. And in my case, I was lucky enough to make it a 75. But you all have a great day, and keep on dueling.